are counting down to the 78th Golden Globe Awards with hosts Sophia Carson and Zuri Hall, featuring Lonnie Love, Nick Viall, AJ Gibson, Emil Ennis Jr., Fortune Feimster, and correspondents Scott Mance and Rasha Goel. We'll be talking to all your favorite nominees, getting you ready for the big night with Amy and Tina. This is the HFPA Presents Globes Countdown Live.
Hello, and welcome to the HFPA Presents Globes Countdown Live. I'm Zuri Hall.
And I'm Sophia Carson, and we are bringing you everything you need to get ready for the 78th Golden Globes.
Oh my gosh, that is so right. We're excited, and tonight we are leaning into this new normal, I think is a good way to call it, giving you a beautifully curated night of off-the-cuff commentary, star-studded interviews, all right here poolside at the beautiful Beverly Hilton.
And Zuri and I will be joined by the best of the best in pop culture to talk all things Globes. So say hello to Emmy Award-winning talk show host, comedian, and author, the one and only Miss Lonnie Love.
Hey, Lonnie.
Hi, Lonnie.
Can I say that you two ladies have smashed it? We can end the show right
You were
now.
golden.
No, we three ladies, okay?
Exactly.
Looking good and gold, dripping like that Emmy behind you. We see you.
I need to dress like my Emmy tonight, and you guys made me put on a bra. So thank you for this, okay?
We love you.
You are so welcome. And also joining us is author and TV personality AJ Gibson, my fellow Buckeye, looking dapper in the bow tie.
That's right. Thank you. You look fantastic, both of you ladies. Sophia, I miss you. We got to do this together live in person last year.
I know.
But Zuri, we're so excited to have you here this
Yes,
year. And
yes.
you look stunning, might I add, representing
Thank
the Buckeye
you.
State.
OH,
very, very
baby.
well.
Let's go.
And sitting right next to him is his very handsome TV host, producer, and contributor on daytime talk show The Real. It is Emil Ennis Jr. Welcome, Emil.
Yes, thank you for the welcome. So excited to be here. And you forgot fiance.
Most
Right.
importantly,
You better show him the ring.
Yes.
Show him the ring. Show it off.
Yes, I love
No,
it.
it's
I
gonna be
love
so
you
it.
much
guys
fun.
are so cute.
And we don't have an Emmy over here, but we do have our own bling.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Bling required. No specifics on what it has to manifest as long as you got some, okay? Also here with us is host of podcast Viall Files, Bachelor Nation sweetheart, and TV personality Nick Viall.
What's
Nick, how
up,
you doing,
Nick?
man?
I'm good, Zuri. Sophia, great to see you. You two look wonderful. I think we're all
Thank
just
you,
excited
babe.
to have something to dress up for.
Yeah.
Also,
No.
I don't know if I've ever been called a bachelor sweetie, but I will
Oh,
take it.
yes.
And it should be a lot of fun. I'm excited. Something to do.
Absolutely. We're excited to have you guys. And please say hello to the incredibly hilarious comedian, writer, and actress. It is the one and only Fortune Feimster. What's
Hi,
up, Fortune?
You guys, I'm so glad that we did not end up wearing the same gowns tonight.
Yes.
That would have been
It would have been-
I
embarrassing.
almost wore the
What a
same
relief.
blazer, but it looks way better on you. I'm so glad I said no.
I tried that red dress on and it fit on my arm. It wasn't meant to be. But you look amazing.
Thank you, as do you, Fortune. Now, we are so excited to have you all here. Well, technically there with us, #virtual. In addition to hanging with our amazing commentators throughout the night, we'll also have some incredible interviews with our correspondents, Rasha Goel and Scott Mance.
So to kick things off with one of the greats, Elle Fanning, Rasha caught up with her to talk about her role as Catherine the Great. Let's take a look.
I'm here with Elle Fanning, who's been nominated for Best Actress for The Great. Elle, congratulations. What was that moment like for you when you found out that you had been nominated?
Thank you. It was so unreal. I was so overwhelmed. We're actually currently filming in London the second season of the show. So I was on set literally mid-take, and Tony McNamara, who is like the extraordinary writer of the show, came down and told us the news, and it was like we all screamed and celebrated as much, as we could. So it was really cool.
Now, Elle, you've said before that you love being terrified by a role. So what was it that terrified you about Catherine? And why did you know as soon as you read the script that you had to be a part of this series?
Oh gosh, so much. I mean, Tony's writing is so exceptional and such a specific tone. I think it truly is a dark comedy. And I think the comedy aspect kind of terrified me a bit because I haven't done much of it. So I was definitely kind of jumping into the deep end, kind of blindfolded, not knowing, my ropes, the comedic ropes, but, and just not being embarrassed. I think with comedy, you just have to go for it. You uninhibited. You can't be embarrassed to go big and try things. So that's what I've learned the most.
Well, it's been so much fun watching you on the show. Now, between the hair, the makeup, the costumes, period pieces are so much fun. What did you have the most fun with?
Ooh, yeah. The corsets are not the most fun. They're a bit uncomfortable, but the costumes are so gorgeous. I have this electric pink kind of dress that I think was my favorite from season 1. We're trying to up our game for season 2. We're like, what else can we do for the next?
Well, yeah. I can't wait to see what you're going to come up with for the costumes. We're so excited for you. Good luck at the Golden Globes this year. And thanks for stopping by and talking to us.
Of course. Thank you so much.
I just adore Elle Fanning.
So sweet and so talented.
Absolutely. So every year, the Hollywood Foreign Press appoints Golden Globe ambassadors to not only assist with duties during the award show, but to also raise awareness around philanthropic causes of their choosing.
That's right. And this year, they're the children of producer Tanya Lewis-Lee and a 3-time Golden Globe nominee and iconic filmmaker Spike Lee. Presenting their own film highlighting their chosen charities, here are 2021's Golden Globe ambassadors, Satchel and Jackson Lee.
I remember watching award shows when I was younger. On those nights, I would fall asleep practicing my very own acceptance speeches, hoping that one day I would get to put on a beautiful gown and deliver it on stage in front of some of my biggest inspirations.
I'm Jackson Lee, a designer, a filmmaker, the owner of creative agency Indigo 212, and also the 2021 Golden Globes ambassador. The first African-American male to be honored with that title.
To be this year's Golden Globe ambassador feels like a step in the right direction. An artist's job is many things, but to me it's about connecting heart to heart with your audience. It's a relationship. The artist wanting to be seen, felt, heard, the audience looking for their own reflection.
Having grown up in New York City, I've grown up in and surrounded by the arts. I've always had mentors that encourage me to push the boundaries, encouraging me and reminding me I can do anything as long as you're willing to put in more work than anyone else.
As a photographer, creative director, and producer, my aim is to tell stories that resonate deeply. I am beyond honored and excited for the opportunity to do this alongside my brother and to champion Callan Lord, a community healthcare center that has been saving queer lives in my hometown of New York City for more than 50 years.
That's why I partnered with Big Brothers Big Sisters. I wanted to pass that feeling down, making another young kid feel like they can do anything.
So to be the Golden Globes ambassador and celebrate the creativity, the spirit, and the drive of our artists is a pleasure that my younger self could only dream of.
It is so awesome to see them not just continue their parents' legacies, but really carve out their own also. So good for them. Now, the first important step of any award season, the thing that actors and actresses wake up at the crack of dawn just to find out if this year is their year, are the nominations.
And the world loves to see who will be honored and who will go viral from their reaction to the news. So here are some of the nominees that screamed so loud the internet heard it.
First up is one of the most adorable viral moments, nominated for the flight attendant, the fabulous Kaylee Cuoco.
Series, musical, or comedy.
This is it.
Lily Collins, Emily in Paris, Kaylee Cuoco, the flight attendant, Elle Fanning, the Great, Jane Levy,
Oh my God!
Extraordinary Playlist, Catherine O'Hara, Schitt's Creek. Best Television Series, Best Television Limited Series, Anthology Series, or Motion Picture.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Can't believe it.
That is so beautiful and so emotional and heartfelt. Lonnie, you were clutching your heart when you were watching that. What were you feeling watching Kaylee?
You know, I can remember when I got my Emmy nomination. Nick remembers. Same way.
Lonnie, you already acting up. We've been in this show for 5.5 minutes. okay? 5 minutes we've been in the show. I love you.
But I act that way when I bake the perfect casserole too. So I'm just so happy for her. She deserves it.
Absolutely.
I mean, AJ, what do you think? I mean, it's a wonderful thing. Golden Globes is what everybody dreams of,
It's a big deal. It's the party of the year. And here's the thing with Kaylee Cuoco. We've loved her from 8 Simple Rules to Big Bang Theory. She's been a part of some pretty iconic ensemble cast over the years. But I think this is really, if you can even say this about somebody who's been in the game for decades, this is her breakout role to me. She carried this show from episode 1 through 8, and she played every single bit of emotion you can imagine as an actress, and it was funny, and I hated her, and I was rooting for her, and I was crying, and it was so good. We loved it. We binged it in like a day.
So well said.
The show was so good and so well deserved.
Yep. Absolutely stepping into her own. Really well put. Next up is Regina King. Oh, actually, no. Let's go ahead and skip quickly to an underdog show. We'll circle back around for Ms. King.
Absolutely. We would be crazy to not talk about the self-proclaimed underdog nominated show of the Golden Globes with 5 Golden Globe nominations, Schitt's Creek. So here are just a few cast and fan reactions that we loved.
First, Dan Levy kicked off the Twitter celebration by giving a shout out to the whole Schitt's Creek team. Eugene Levy added to the gratitude tour. Rizwan Manji showed some love too. Schitt's Creek itself posted in honor of Catherine O'Hara and Annie Murphy's nominations, using their characters to show their excitement. And then the fans took to Twitter and lost their Schitt's Creek.
I absolutely loved this show. I was late to the party, and then I had to binge it all.
Recently.
But it was well worth the binge. Nick, what did you think about this tiny show, some might say, getting so many big nominations?
I think Schitt's Creek is going to go down as one of the greatest shows of all time. It's deliciously bingeable. It's changed culture. I mean, how many people do we now hear? I love that for me. It's going to go down with like The Office and Seinfeld. And I think in 10 to 15 years, you're going to still have new Schitt's Creek fans. So it's well-deserved and not surprised at all. How about you, Fortune?
Oh, it made me want to go to Canada and make a TV show.
I love Canada. I'm right there with you, Fortune. Let's do it.
Feeling.
It really feels like it captured the zeitgeist.
And I love some gay love. Come on now.
Yeah.
I love all the rings. Y'all are just twisting the knife that I don't have one right there. Yes. Show them off. Show them off. Lonnie, what did you think?
I love the name of the show because we were able to say it and not get, bleeped out.
Yep.
So
absolutely. And it just really kind of captured the zeitgeist of our time and this generation. That's why it'll go down in history in such a beautiful way.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, first up is one of the most adorable viral moments. Well, we actually saw Kaylee Cuoco.
Yes, we did.
So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next one. Who else were you guys excited to see, though? I want to know.
Oh, Sacha Baron Cohen had a great tweet.
Sasha. Yes, let's go ahead and check out
Sacha Baron
Sasha's comments on his nomination.
This is your favorite. Do you remember?
Good call. He tweeted, you going to help me out with this, Sophia?
Wah, wah, wee, wah.
I am shocked and humbled to be nominated for 3 Golden Globes. And congratulations to the incredible Maria Bakalova, too. We're so honored. And just in case we don't win any, I've already hired Rudy Giuliani to contest the results. Okay, Fortune, what do you think?
I just want to see Sasha win so he can get up there and in his acceptance speech say, I want to thank my wife.
I just want to hear you say that up on the Golden Globe stage.
Spot on.
My wife.
I think it's important to know that Sacha Baron Cohen, I'm sorry, Fortune, sorry. I'll just keep, because I'm just so excited for Sasha. He's been nominated 3 times. Only in the history of this award show has Helen Mirren and Jamie Foxx, they've been awarded 3 times in a single year. So it's Sasha's year.
Absolutely. It is history making. It's really, really exciting.
I just think the movie makes me really uncomfortable. We watched it together a couple of months back, and I remember the original Borat. He hadn't seen it. I'm a little bit older than he is, and he hadn't seen the original one. So when we watched this one, he was like, what am I watching? Like, what is actually happening right now?
Now it's time for all of you guys at home to weigh in on @GoldenGlobes on Twitter and vote on this poll. If you could pick any Golden Globe nominee to take over the Golden Globes Twitter account, Who would it be? Sacha Baron Cohen, Don Cheadle, Sarah Paulson, or Dan Levy? And we'll reveal the results later on in the show.
That's right. So go ahead and hit that button, make your vote. In the meantime, though, this first-time double nominee blew us away. Our correspondent Scott Mance caught up with Andra Day to talk about it. Take a look.
And here we are, Best Actress Drama nominee, Andra Day, The United States versus Billie Holiday. Andra, congratulations, because this is your first lead role as an actor in a film, and you get nominated for a Golden Globe. How does that feel?
I think gratitude is the best feeling, is the best way I can describe it. I'm grateful for my faith. I'm grateful to God. I'm grateful to Lee. I'm grateful to the cast. It just makes me think of all of the experiences that we had on set, and everybody sacrificed so much.
So Andra, correct me if I'm wrong, but at first you kind of passed on the role. So yes. Why did you pass initially? And what made you finally say, yes, I'm doing this?
Well, I was trying. It's funny because I didn't want to do it. I was terrified because I hadn't acted, on camera before. And so that was a huge one. Regardless of the role, I just felt wholly unprepared for it, let alone how big and how heavy this role is. And then I have felt this extra burden because I love her so much. And I didn't want to be a stain on her legacy, on the great Diana Ross's legacy. I was just so inspired by her performance in Lady Sings the Blues and Audra McDonald on Broadway. So it was like, and then also I'm a fan of Billie Holiday's, and I didn't want to tell a story that would sort of persist, or continue this idea that she was like a tragic drug addict, and so what made me say yes was really prayer. And I'm very specific. I had read the scripture, and I was about doing an act of great faith. And it was funny because I was praying to get rid of the role. I was like, yes, just make this go away. Bye-bye. I don't want this. I don't want to deal with this. And then I don't want to disappoint anybody by telling them no, or, so but it was in that moment that it was like, no, I realized I was going to be caused to do an act of great faith. And that's really what this movie was. And then speaking to Lee, and his commitment to authenticity, his fearlessness, Susan Laurie Park's great script. And as a fan of Billie's, the idea of vindicating her legacy was more and more incentivizing to me because she deserves. And that's what makes me happiest about the Golden Globe, all of these things, is that people are Googling Billie Holiday again. They're like, what do I need to know about her? What didn't I know? What was kept from me? That's the most gratifying thing because that's why I did it.
Congratulations again, Andra. Best of luck. And now we head back to the Hilton.
I'm here with Vice President of the HFPA, Ms. Helen Huna. Welcome, Helen. We're so happy to have you here.
Hi, Sophia.
Hi. So we're here at the Beverly Hilton, which is not only home to the Golden Globes, but also part of an incredible organization that supports those in our community who are most in need. So Helen, will you tell us a little bit more about that?
Usually about this time, the kitchens here would be bustling, preparing the Golden Globe banquet for more than 1,000 guests. Well, things are different this year. At the HFPA, we've decided to support a program that uses the Hilton kitchen and the workers of Unite Here Local 11 to prepare special meals for people in need. Take a look.
I was very grateful in April to get the call from the Hospitality Training Academy to come to help work on the Serving Our Community program. This program is fabulous. And what they've done is they've used all these industrial kitchens that we have, like here at the Beverly Hilton, where workers had been laid off. They were able to come back to work and begin preparing meals for some of the most vulnerable members of our community. So now we serve meals to the seniors and to homeless and to folks in domestic violence shelters and to even some of our very own Local 11 members who are experiencing food insecurities. And this has been able to keep many of us employed. Over 1,100 folks have been employed on this program. That's including union and non-union members. And we have now served over 3 million meals. It's so exciting to be a part of this program.
And with us right now is Maher Tatna from the Hollywood Foreign Press. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Zuri.
Of course. Now, Maher has a cause near and dear to her heart. Press freedom and the protection of journalists is something you're very passionate about.
Just in the last 12 months, 32 journalists have been killed, 64 are missing, and over 275 have been imprisoned. Given all the events of the past year, we've seen how vital it is that people have access to accurate and reliable information. At the heart of that is a free press, and protection for the brave journalists who risk their lives every day to safeguard our most fundamental democratic principles. That's why the HFPA is proud to support a wide variety of organizations dedicated to doing just that.
It's such important work that you all are doing in the field of protecting these journalists. Let's go ahead and see a little more.
Sometimes even the darkest comedy can't stop a bright light of talent. That is Rosamund Pike in I Care a Lot. Let's take a look.
I'm joined right now by Rosamund Pike. She is a Best Actress, Musical or Comedy nominee. Rosamund, what does this nomination mean to you?
Oh, goodness. It means that Scott, I think the best part of it is that a few years ago, nobody would have seen me or thought of me in the comedy category. I think that's, that means an awful lot, I think people have always thought I took myself far too seriously, and this is a real sort of nod in the right direction.
Well, like you said, this is your first time, in a comedy type of role, but this is a very dark comedy. So what was the biggest challenge in playing Marla Grayson?
As soon as I read the script of I Care a Lot, I knew that Marla could be a character who would be indelibly printed on the minds of viewers for a long time to come. But I also knew that it needed a very, very fine balance where, this ostensibly, pretty reprehensible woman, a very unlikable character, needed also to be fascinating to watch. She needed to be fun. So, treading that line between being appalling and fun is not an easy one, I don't think. And Jay Blakeson, the writer, director, and I spent a lot of time talking about that, working out where the line was. And I think you need to feel that Marla is enjoying herself. I think that's one of the things. And also that she never asks you to care about her. I think that's also another way that the audience is sort of not asked to feel emotionally, compassionately engaged.
Well, congratulations again, Rosamund, and all the best. And we're going to go right now back to the Hilton.
Thank you, Scott. It's always fun to talk to you about these characters.
Thank you so much, Scott. I mean, Rosamund always gives it every time. I was getting a little Gone Girl realness with I Care a Lot. The movie is funny. It's clearly haunting. Fortune, what'd you think?
Oh man, the beginning of this movie especially stressed me out. I've had the pleasure of working with Diane Weiss in Life in Pieces, and she's a treasure. She's just the nicest, sweetest, most wonderful woman. And when I saw how she was being treated, I mean, it really made me feel like that was happening, and I wanted to call her and be like, "Are you okay?" And I just wanted to protect her at all costs. But she comes back around and gets some revenge.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
Totally.
What did you think?
I mean, I was so triggered in the beginning. I mean, Fortune said it perfectly. And credit to Rosamund. I mean, she really made you hate her while watching this movie, and she plays that role so well. I mean, it's amazing. I would like to see her play this role in almost like a superhero role. I think she could play a really convincing spy, because she definitely looks like someone you don't want to mess with. And I'd like to not hate her in a movie. So, but she deserves.
It's a testament to her ability to perform, because she's the nicest person in real life.
And I love that characters like her character in this film are being written, these complex, fascinating, and really dark female characters. It's so cool to see, and only women like Rosamund would be able to pull this off.
Yeah.
Throughout the
So
night,
well done.
Absolutely. Throughout the night, members of the HFPA will be stepping in to interview some of our nominees. So let's see what happened when they sat down with Best Actress nominee, the iconic Kate Hudson.
we're very happy to welcome Kate Hudson, who is with us right now.
Yay! Hi. You're a second generation nominee and you've been to our event many times. How does it feel this year?
Oh, I mean, I'm really excited. I'm sad. I'm going to miss seeing all my friends and being a part of the energy of the room. You know, we always say that the Golden Globes is the most fun because there's, you know, alcohol at the tables. So I'm going to miss seeing everybody, but I'm just so grateful to be nominated and happy to be talking to you guys today and excited to celebrate with my family, I guess. It's going to be me and my family.
Fantastic. So, Kate, how was it working with Sia? And what was the biggest challenge for you as an actress?
Well, working with Sia was a dream. One, she's got the most contagious, beautiful laugh, and it's big and it's loud and it makes you feel just warm and fuzzy and at home and safe. So she has this very warm, down to earth energy about her. And as a director, it's like she is with her music, I'm sure, which is very detailed, very visual, and very specific.
And do you want to say what was challenge for you as an actress?
You know, the challenge for me with Zoo was always walking a very kind of honest, you know, she's a bit of a grifter and a manipulator and a survival. She's always, you know, surviving. And so it was just sort of walking that line of honesty and staying true to kind of at the root of, you know, I kind of see her a bit as like a bit of a punk, you know, and so it was like keeping her rooted and grounded was always the challenge and walking that line.
Thank you very much for joining us and congratulations again.
Thank you.
And now let's head back to the Hilton.
Thank you so much. When it comes to award season and especially the Golden Globes, fashion always plays a massive role in the evening. Now, while we'll still have to wait to see what everyone's going to wear during Globes night, it will be missed on the carpet when we're seeing that in real time. But I'm excited to talk about some fashion from, you know, years past.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more, Zuri. So to honor it, we thought we would play a little game with all of you. So we hopped in a time machine. We went back in time, plugged some great fashion moments from Golden Globes past, and we would love to hear what you guys think.
That's right. 2 looks are going to be presented on the screen side by side, and we want you, the panel, of course, to decide which look is the winner, okay, and which is just nice to be nominated. That's always nice. Sound good?
Oh, shady. Ooh, like
just a little shade, just light shade.
Good. Okay, Queen Lonnie, we will start with you since you are the golden lady of the evening. From 2016, we have Zendaya, who is always, always, always a fashion icon on the carpet, looking outstanding in this dark red Marchesa gown, equipped with a breathtaking deep V.
And she is paired with a 2019 Lady Gaga moment, crushing this icy blue off-the-shoulder Valentino couture with the blue hair to match, might I add. This is a tough one, definitely, because both of these ladies are fashion icons. But Lonnie, go ahead, tell us what you're thinking.
Oh, this is a hard one. But you know what? I would say nice to be nominated for Lady Gaga. She changed 4 times before she even got to the door anyway. So it's another outfit out there for her. Yeah. Zendaya is the winner. Beautiful color. You know, it just fits her correctly. She's just beautiful. Lady Gaga, yeah, she's got another outfit. I remember that. I remember that year. Yeah.
It's the blue hair for me. That blue is
Emil says the blue.
I interviewed her that year and got a picture with her in that dress.
It was a moment.
Off the deep end.
Come on, Lonnie.
That's my girl Zendaya, though. She's the winner for me.
Stop, yes.
All right, they both serve looks. That one's a hard one. AJ, here are your options, okay? Billy Porter's look from last year, wowing us with an Alex Vanache custom white suit with a long feather train.
And also, we have last year, the impeccably dressed Kerry Washington setting trends with her Altuzara black blazer, no top, with just a glittery silver knotted chain. So AJ,
okay, I will say this. I will say this. So my fiance and I are both gladiators. We were huge fans of Scandal. We love
I'm right there with you.
Long may she reign.
However, Billy is on another level, honey. To do what he does on that carpet every single time he steps out there, and he let the world know, he says, listen, I use fashion as an opportunity for activism, and I live for that. He blurs the lines of fashion and what it means to be masculine, and I gotta give it to Billy. You know what, Carrie, it's nice to be nominated.
I couldn't agree more. Billy is a walking moment.
Look at those abs.
I want to lay on Billy's jacket by a fireplace.
Oh my gosh.
Can we all? Can we all? And watch the Golden Globes together? Okay, Nick, so you are
got
up.
the same smile, though. I like that.
They do. You're right. You're right. Okay, Nick, you're up next with a very bold 2019 and one of my personal favorites, Timothée Chalamet, wearing a Louis Vuitton ensemble with a custom bedazzled harness.
And we are placing him side by side with Jason Momoa, hitting the carpet last year in this Tom Ford green velvet blazer paired with a black tank top.
And I must add, there's no extra points for being visually complimented by the gorgeous Lisa Bonet. So who's it going to be?
It's a tough call. They're both wearing black, but with shoulders like that, I feel like Jason's definitely cheating. And I've tried wearing a harness out in public. It did not look as good as Timothée. So I'm going to go Jason. Nice to be nominated, and my winner is Timothée.
I agree with you.
Timothée takes it. I'm inclined to agree.
Lonnie feels otherwise.
Okay, Lonnie, give it to us. How did you feel about Momoa and why?
Look at him. Look at that. Oh, that creature. He's so beautiful.
He's cheating.
Then the white
Like, look at those shoulders.
Lonnie, you obviously have not experienced a proper harness in your life. Because, honey, I will tell you something.
Yeah.
This man right here is wearing one
Oh,
his shirt.
I'm wearing
Yes.
His shirt.
Yes. Oh, okay. Couple love.
It's not related. It's a different show.
We weren't ready for that.
This is what happens when you got a couple in the same box. They're giving us all the tea. All the tea. Okay, Fortune, you are
We
up.
just got engaged.
We just got engaged. Already acted up. We have the elegant Gemma Chan at the 2019 Globes looking stunning in this Valentino couture dress opened at the waist to reveal thigh-high shorts.
And joining her is the always ever fabulous Jennifer Lopez, hitting the 2016 carpet with the show-stopping Zuhair Murad cape gown with a thigh-high slit.
Ooh, I'm loving the slits on both of these ladies and the colors. Fortune, what are you thinking?
I mean, if there's anyone that should be judging fashion, it's this girl.
Absolutely.
I mean, I know fashion. I gotta go with I mean, they're both gorgeous. The slits, amazing. But I gotta go with my girl Jenny from the block.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
brings it every red carpet, and J-Lo is killing it. She's the winner in my opinion.
All right.
Couldn't agree more.
J-Lo takes it.
And finally, Emil, you might actually have the hardest decision of the night between these two fashion legends. Are you ready? Because first, we have the handsome and regal Mr. AJ Gibson from 2017. AJ caught stares in this delicious blue tuxedo that is fitted to perfection.
And a bit of a plot twist. This is going to be a tough one because next, Emil, we have him paired with a very tall drink of water, a little H2O. AJ Gibson serving us a velvety treat from last year's Globes.
Yeah.
I mean, which one is it going to be? The pressure is
Better
on.
get the harness out.
Tell you about that blue Calvin Klein suit from Macy's on the left when we were broke.
Oh,
AJ Gibson.
That's right.
We love a glow up.
right.
We love a glow up.
I think for these two looks, honestly, I'm gonna have to go with the look on the right, only because he looks distinguished. I love the salt and pepper. I love a good hint of brown. I used to wear brown all the time. Doo-doo brown is what
Oh, no.
I used to call myself. But I love the look on the right.
AJ, what was the name of your boy band?
What was the name of the boy
My
band?
boy band. Listen, I was real clean shaven. I think I used to color my hair back then. And real talk though, this man, that was the first Golden Globes red carpet I did for the HFPA. And I didn't have a stylist. I was a nobody. And this guy and I went to, I think, Macy's or something and found a tuxedo that was appropriate to wear on the red carpet.
Yeah.
That's actually, I hate how I look, but we're very proud of that movement, actually.
You should be proud, and you are
look
not
great.
a nobody.
great.
You are a king of our hearts. You look good then
Absolutely.
and now.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's that. Okay, thank you all so much for playing. We all know that it was close to impossible to pick, but you did it, and for that, you are brave. So Thank you very much.
When we return, we'll check in our more nominees and talk about some of our favorite directors.
And throughout the night, we will be hearing from some of the heroic frontline workers who protected us and got us through some of the hardest times. They'll talk about what shows and movies got them through there.
See you soon.
Yep.
I guess a show that's gotten me through the pandemic is Schitt's Creek. I originally started watching it. I put it on for background noise, and then I just heard something and it made me laugh, and I came around the corner and just sat down and started watching it. It is the laughter I didn't know I needed, and I did need it. David will always hold a special place in my heart. I accessorize with him. It just makes everyone laugh and have a good time. 10 for 10 would recommend.
Why do you think people are able to connect to the show? I know they interact with you a lot on social media as well and share their stories with you.
Yeah, I think that there's an earnestness to our show that is really refreshing, especially during the time that we're living in. Our show is radically compassionate, and I think that it's a show about connection and music, and it encompasses the joys in life, but also the grief. And I just feel like, music is the great connector. I just feel so honored that this show is offering something to people during this time. Joy, catharsis, distraction. It's really why I am an actor, is to connect with others and to show others that you're not alone.
And let's talk about the music and dance sequences. Walk us through the preparation of those scenes, and were they challenging for you?
Yeah, so I don't come from a musical background. I have not professionally sung or danced in my past. A lot of my co-stars have, like the amazing Alex Newell, Skylar Aston. I sort of had to learn these new forms of expression to play this role, and I had so much fun doing it. It was very daunting, very scary, but ultimately the most satisfying way to perform. As an actor, your body is your instrument, and you speak lines, but then to be able to express through song and dance while acting was a real challenge, but also so much fun. And now every time I'm not singing and I watch my co-stars singing, I'm like, can't I just do that? That's more fun.
We are back here at the famous Beverly Hilton, giving you a crash course on all things Golden Globes to get you ready for a night to remember with the extraordinary Amy and Tina.
That is right. The energy and excitement is absolutely in the air at this point, Sophia. Safe to say, probably because this year was packed with so many important performances. Nominated for Best Actress for her role in Pieces of a Woman is Vanessa Kirby. Rasha sat down with her to discuss her experience. Take a look.
I am excited and thrilled to be here with Vanessa Kirby, nominated for Best Actress for Pieces of a Woman, first lead role and first Golden Globe nomination. Congratulations, Vanessa.
Thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here remotely.
Vanessa, the beginning of the film includes a one-shot 23-minute scene. Now, it's an incredible scene. Were there a lot of rehearsals for that scene, or was it just a go for you?
It was one of those ones. The director describes it a bit like a big stunt day, in the sense of you sort of mark out roughly, you don't go for the full thing. So we had an afternoon of sort of vague plotting of where we'd be in the space, and, when I'd get in the bath and then the bedroom. And we could have sort of did a sort of walkthrough of it where they filmed it on an iPhone, and then they studied it all night. And then the next morning we came in and we just went for it. And we had no idea if it was going to work or not. It was one of those things where once you're on, and everyone has to keep the ball up and in the air and hope that it works. And we did 4 takes the first day and 2 the second. And it was a really magical few days.
That's remarkable, Vanessa. And I think it definitely did work. We're here talking to you today about it. As part of your research, you also watched a stranger in a 6-hour labor. So what was the most important thing you learned from that experience?
I couldn't have done it without her. I'm so grateful to her for allowing, like you said, some random stranger in to sit with her in her most sort of precious moment. But I think for me, I realized when I was watching her, I could never have got it just from documentaries, because it's also edited and sort of made palatable or sanitized a little bit. But instead I saw this woman be so in her animal, really reminding me that we are just animals. And she was in her primal kind of power. And she went on a full journey. She wasn't in the room, she was somewhere else. And that actually helped me so much, because I knew that when I did the scene, I just had to try and access that place that I saw her go into.
It has been so wonderful speaking with you. We are so excited for you and wish you the best at the Golden Globes. Thank you for talking to us today.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
And back to you guys at the Hilton.
Thank you, Rasha. Vanessa's performance absolutely shook me. So beautifully done. Let's go ahead and take a look at what Best Supporting nominee Jared Leto had to say when the HFPA caught up with him.
We're very happy to welcome Jared Leto, who is with us right now.
The pleasure is mine.
Congratulations on your nomination. You play such a great villain in this movie. And we know you're not like that in real life, right? So just tell us a little bit, how can you prepare yourself to go in such dark role like this?
Well, you use your imagination. You have fun with it. You improvise, you experiment, you goof around. And then there's another part of it that's the kind of more serious, emotional, intellectual side of it. But you marry those two things together. And I guess that's what acting is. But with this film in particular, it was a blast. It was a total transformation from the head to toe, from the eyes, the nose, the teeth, the walk, and the way that he spoke. It was really exciting to reach into new territory and to deliver Albert Sparma for people to spend some time with.
And Jared, your career progressed in a very steady way. To who or to what do you owe your success?
Well, in part, probably to my stubbornness, maybe. But I owe it to a lot of people that have supported me, a lot of people that have educated me, inspired me, challenged me, and believed in me. And that's the incredible thing about being nominated for an award like the Golden Globe is an amazing thing. It's a chance to share with the people that have believed in you, the people that have supported you. It's a chance to kind of celebrate them and to shine the light on them as well. And I really enjoy doing that.
Thank you very much for joining us, and congratulations again.
Thank you, Jared. And now let's head back over to the Hilton.
Thank you so much. This year has shown that though there is still a lot of work to do, the nominations for Best Director feel like an important step in the right direction.
That is so true. I couldn't agree more. And 3 women have been nominated for Best Director tonight, which might make this my most exciting category for
Hands
that
down.
reason. Yes. Regina King for One Night in Miami, Chloe Zhao for Nomadland, and Emerald Fennell for Promising Young Woman. This is absolutely an historic moment. Fortune, how are you feeling about this?
I feel great. I love it. It truly is historic. I mean, we've had a lot of female filmmakers. Well, they started in television because there wasn't as much opportunity in film. And in the last few years, you've seen that shift. You've seen female filmmakers in film getting to do movies. They just weren't getting the recognition that they deserve. And to now have them get this recognition, it's huge. And I just hope it will inspire more females to get into directing because they are very much in demand right now in the industry.
Mm-hmm. And do you think it's a combination of that they're just being recognized, or are there more women now entering the industry, or is it both?
I mean, they have been around. It's just, it was so hard to get a studio to sign off on a woman to direct a film because they would say, oh, well, she hasn't done it before. So she doesn't have experience. She's like, yeah, we'll give her give her the opportunity. Like that's where it starts. So they are there, but we could always use more.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You're so right about that. I promised we'd come back around to Regina King.
Yes,
And I am a
it
woman
is
of
the
my
time.
word. Lonnie, let's go ahead and talk about One Night in Miami. I loved the film. And I also loved, this is the first time that Regina has actually directed a film to already be nominated for a Globe. Wow.
And you know what? We saw Regina King grow up on 227. She's a wonderful actress, but to become a director, I am so proud. First of all, I want to say about the Golden Globes, there's only been one female in the history of Golden Globes to win a Best Director. That was Barbara Streisand. I think that's going to change tonight. Not because they're female, but because they're good. Okay?
Absolutely.
One Night in Miami, it was a play turned into a movie, and it didn't feel like a play. So that tells you the talent of Regina King. The other ladies are also phenomenal. This is Regina's time, though. She's just going to get better, and she has the best arms in the business.
Listen,
okay?
if that is
Zuri,
not the
you
truth.
have the best abs, but Regina has the best arms.
Look, I'll take what I can get, and I will bow down to the court of Regina King.
I could not agree more. Emil, the movie Nomadland took on such a thoughtful approach to its storytelling. It was truly captivating. What did you think of the movie and Chloe's directing?
I think Chloe's directing was honestly impeccable because whenever we watch films together, we don't like to read what the film's about.
I'm
We
the
just like
exact
to go in
same.
blind so we can really just experience it. I was not prepared for this. I'm from Atlanta. I moved to LA. My mom's Jamaican. My dad's from Louisiana. Like, I'm a city boy. I love hot weather. First of all, to see all that snow was wild, but I love seeing the nature. And it really helped me reflect on, first of all, my priorities in life, what I complain about, seeing what other people deal with and struggle with. But I think what I loved about this film the most is, one, they were using real stories. There were real people playing fictionalized versions of themselves, but also, and I want to know if you agree with this, there's this parallel of this story was based in 2011.
Absolutely, but it feels like
it resonates today. We're in a global pandemic and we can resonate with what these people were dealing with even back then, right now.
It led to a really beautiful conversation between the two of us as we watched the film and sort of tried to break it down. On one hand, you look at some of these people and you're like, the way they're living their lives, they're maybe uneducated. They don't know any better. But then on the other hand, you're like, or do they know something we don't know and they're actually living fuller lives? It's really fascinating.
Encouraging you to reflect and maybe consider your perspective. I love that.
Absolutely.
Nick, I want to throw this next one to you. If Promising Young Woman were directed by a man, how do you think the movie would have been different? Is it even a movie that we would want to be seeing right now or talking about?
I mean, thank God it wasn't.
Yeah.
You know, it's a movie that it's the point of view from a woman about the harsh realities and the sober reality of what it's like to date as a woman. So I don't know if we really need to be mansplained about that, right? And I think
I'll
it's an
be honest, it was a
important
slightly
movie. I think it's a
rhetorical
movie that-
question, but yes, keep it coming.
I think it's
It would have been a cheerleader movie.
Yeah, it's a really important movie. I really think all men should watch it and have conversations with the women in their lives about what it's like. And it was really well done, and I think it was really important.
Yep, absolutely. Yep. Amen to that. Now, with Promising Young Woman, twisting revenge and comedy genres together, Emerald Fennell stands out as a writer-director. Take a look.
And welcome, Emerald Fennell, for Promising Young Woman. How does it feel to be a double nominee for director and screenplay?
It feels honestly completely mad. I can't believe it. I couldn't believe it on the day. I still can't believe it now. It's just the most exciting thing that's ever happened to me, honestly.
Well, this film is so entertaining, but it's also so provocative. How proud are you the way the movie is resonating?
It's just incredible. I think, you dream of being able to make a movie. That's the thing. It's so hard to get one made. And we made this film in 23 days. It was a labor of love for everyone. Every single person came on board this movie because they were passionate and brilliant and wonderful. And so more than anything, I'm just so proud that their work is being recognized. And it's truly beyond my wildest dreams. It's just magical. It really is.
I just adore Carey Mulligan. I just think she is an amazing actor, and she really crushes it in this movie. How does she go above and beyond?
Some people just have this ability, and she's not method. She is completely herself. the moment you call action, she's in it. You know, she's like a free diver. She just goes in, and the moment she hits the water, she's right at the bottom. And it's so amazing. And the intensity, and you know, she's so funny as well. Like, we've not seen her, I think, her sense of humor very much before, and it's just a pleasure.
How does it feel for you to be among 3 women nominated for Best Director?
It just feels completely amazing. And like, what women as well, what incredibly inspiring directors. And it would be a dream come true to be at the Golden Globes under any circumstances, but this year feels particularly momentous. And I feel incredibly grateful to be in this category with those women.
Congrats again, and best of luck to you. And let's head back to the Hilton.
Thank you so much, Scott. This season of The Crown highlighted the relationship between Prince Charles and the late and adored Princess Diana. The Hollywood Foreign Press chatted with Emma Corrin about this important role. Take a look.
We're very happy to welcome Emma Corrin, who is with us right now.
Congratulations on your nomination. Emma, you captured Princess Diana perfectly from head to toe. What was your process of recreating Princess Diana?
It was such a journey for me, actually, getting into character. There were so many different stages I went through. I did a lot of research on my own to begin with, but actually a massive thing for me was getting the scripts in front of me and realizing that as much as there is so much information about Diana out there and the person who we all know and are so familiar with, this is our version of her. This was going to be my interpretation. And so really reading the scripts then provided me with this much greater context to the person who I was needing to become. And from there, I started doing much more specific research into these different phases of her life that we were going to cover. And then I started working with William Conacher, who's a fantastic vocal coach, dialect coach, on her voice, and worked with Polly Bennett on movement and character. And really what Polly, William, and I did was to try and create her from the inside out. But it was a long journey, and it was such a useful learning experience as an actor, honestly. Yeah.
And this is your first big award show, and it's a digital one, which is kind of weird in a way. So I'm just wondering what you're looking forward to the most, and also what it's like to be attending the Globes from the comfort of your own home.
I was actually just saying to a friend that it's so bizarre, because I feel like when I've watched award shows before, people who are nominated always saying, it's so unbelievable, I can't believe it. And you always think, oh yeah, but sure, come on, surely you do. I mean, you're there, and it's like, but there is that, there is such disbelief in it. And I actually do really see that now, why people feel that way. But also, it's kind of doubly so, the fact that, I've never been to an award ceremony before. And also now I'm in my house. So honestly, I cannot express to you how surreal it feels. Honestly, it's really hard to wrap my head around.
Thank you very much for joining us, and congratulations again.
Thank you, Emma. Let's head back to Hilton.
Thank you so much. Leslie Odom Jr. takes on the big screen playing one of my absolute favorites, music legend Sam Cooke, in One Night in Miami. Check this out.
And here we are with 2-time Golden Globe nominee Leslie Odom Jr. Congratulations. What are you feeling?
I feel great, Scott, I have to say. 2-time nominee tonight, but a first-time nominee in my life. So just to be invited to the party means more than I can properly express.
So your director, Regina King, also nominated, which is amazing. But what makes Regina King an amazing director?
A director casts the vision, so that's really One Night in Miami is a collaborative achievement. It's really, I don't know, maybe 150, 200 people behind the camera, in front of the camera, that got all together and made this thing. But we all united behind Regina's vision. She cast that vision. She made us all believe in it too. We all wanted to be in the movie that was inside her head.
So when I read that you initially were reluctant to play the role, that you originally passed on it, what were your reservations and what made you finally say yes to playing Sam Cooke?
I thought you were going to say, and are you terribly embarrassed about that now? Because the answer is yes,
No.
I am. This was like mere weeks before, and I was just like, I just don't think I'm going to have time to make that illusion, happen. And I didn't believe it. I didn't see it. But in the end, I took the meeting. Thank goodness my agent and my manager called me on the phone and they said, we think you're making a terrible mistake. I went in, I met with Regina, and I found that I could trust Regina. And so if Regina thought that I could do it, if Regina saw a Sam in me, then I was going to do my best to not make a liar out of Regina King.
Bravo to you and all the best. Good luck. And let's head back to the Hilton, see what's going on there. Thank you so much.
Borat's subsequent movie film created its own scandalous, thought-provoking, and comedic mark on the year. And I think that we can all agree that this movie would have been nothing without breakout star Maria Bakalova. Here's Rasha Goel having a heart-to-heart with Maria about her experience.
I am talking to Maria Bakalova, nominated for Best Actress for Borat's subsequent movie film. Maria, it's so wonderful to see you. Congrats on your very first Golden Globe nomination. How are you feeling?
Thank you so much. It's such a huge pleasure to be with you. Thank you for having me. And I'm feeling incredibly happy, humbled, honored, and thrilled that this is happening. I'm really, 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 really grateful for this recognition, and it means the world to me because I'm happy that our movie made you feel the love in it and the questions that we've been targeting through, especially Tuta's character, and how important it is to treat each other equally with love and respect. And thank you.
You're very welcome. Maria, you went through so much just to play this character. What would you say was one of the most vulnerable moments for you on set?
Every single scene has been really emotional and special for me because the storyline between this father and daughter is really emotional, important, and we're seeing the path of one girl that has huge dreams and huge heart. And even if sometimes you really trust and love someone, you have to take your destiny in your hands and follow your dreams and be courageous and live your life the way that you want to live it, not regretting that you've missed something. That's what we're seeing, I think, in Tuta. So every scene is like how she's gonna grow up like a strong, independent woman. She's gonna make her own choices, own decisions, and she will appreciate the lesson that she's learned from her babysitter, the amazing Janice Jones, how women are beautiful and strong just the way they are, and we should not change ourselves, our bodies, just to please the society or things like that.
Maria, it has been such a pleasure speaking to you, and just want to wish you the very best of luck at the Golden Globes.
Thank you so much. It's already like the best thing that ever happened to me, because being nominated alongside these incredible performances of actors, not only in my category, just in general, it's really a huge honor for me. Thank you.
Our pleasure. Let's get back to Sophia and Zuri at the Hilton.
Thank you, Rasha. Her energy is just so endearing.
Contagious.
Oh my goodness,
Absolutely.
she's awesome. Nick, how did you feel after watching Maria's take on her experience just now?
It's incredibly empowering and inspirational. I mean, let's be honest, she was performing this role while experiencing and living through like real ignorance from some of the people that she was, working with, right? And that's hard to do, but she chose to keep a positive disposition and is an inspiration to a lot of people. And because I think a lot of other people would have been harder to do, myself included. And it's such an inspirational thing to see.
Fortune, would you agree?
Oh, 100%. I mean, she just exudes joy. It's so nice to see, that humbleness and just that appreciation. It's so easy to get jaded in this business. And like she said, for her character, she hopes that her character inspires people not to change. I hope that for her too. She's amazing, and I love just seeing how much this means to her. It really shows.
You know what, ladies? If she doesn't win, she needs a special award for what she had to put up with Rudy Giuliani. Okay, give her an honorary.
Here. If there was a part of the movie that is going to be living
Very
rent-free
important question.
in your mind, okay? What part of this movie currently lives rent-free in your mind? I'm not even going to pick a box. Who wants to take this? Who wants to commit to this?
Hey, we'll take this
Let's
one.
go, AJ and Emil.
We'll take this one. You just hit the nail on the head. It's the Rudy Giuliani scene. And the most fascinating thing about this movie is that half of the people who watch it think it's brilliant, and the other half think it's the most horrible anti-American bit of propaganda you could ever imagine. And that's fascinating to me. I don't like breaking rules. You know this about me.
Yes, I do know.
I won't cross the street if the light is still red. Like, I get nervous.
Even though we can clearly go.
What a model
sure.
citizen
But, like,
you
I-
are.
I'm still trouble in my own way, but like stuff like this makes me so uncomfortable, and I was sweating through this entire film. Just the fact that she shot this film, give her the award.
Yeah, absolutely. It sparked conversations.
I think Rudy should pay us rent for having to watch us stick his hands on his pants. I think the opposite.
That part.
Agreed.
Not mad at it, and I agree with you,
managed
Sophia.
He managed to kind of shock us, jar us. Yes, it was vulgar in the comedy, but he also sparked really important and necessary conversations in a moment in time, pre-elections, that was necessary for us to kind of see and open our eyes to. So that was,
That's exactly it.
that's
Yep.
art in a way.
Yeah, very well said.
And he got someone to use a fax machine. Come on.
Oh, I forgot about that. You're right.
Oh my God.
To this day, I can barely delete the emails in my inbox. I wish somebody would ask me to use a fax machine. That's the message they won't be getting.
You have no idea.
Yes, I know
Do
what a fax is, AJ.
Do you?
These two, I love
you guys are amazing. We also know that there's absolutely nothing better than an incredible movie that comes with even more incredible soundtracks. So go to Spotify to check out the music stream playlist of music from tonight's nominated shows and films.
And who doesn't love a great award show GIF? This year's Golden Globes gifts are powered by Giphy. Find them all at giphy.com/Golden Globes or by searching at Golden Globes anywhere with a GIF button.
So be like us, take a quick break, and we'll be back with even more HFPA Presents Globes Countdown Live. Stay right there.
The Crown is one of the shows that's gotten me through this pandemic because Helena Bonham Carter as Princess Margaret is iconic. She's my hero and who I want to be.
And joining me right now is Shira Haas. She is a Golden Globe nominee for Unorthodox. Congratulations. Well, I have to say, I mean, your performance, you are so committed. And you really just put yourself out there. It's such a raw performance. It's so vulnerable. How daunting was that for you? And how did you get past all of that to really embrace Esty?
Thank you, first of all. It was a very long process of research and a lot of homework as well before arriving to Berlin. And it was really right from the beginning to really dive into it, also to learn Yiddish, which was a new language for me to learn. And we all just really dive into it, the Mishpuche, you say in Yiddish, which is family, actually. So it was just really 24/7 Yiddish and learning and rehearsals and talking about it and, yeah, getting into this story and to this character.
Well, amen to that. So before I let you go, I have a question from Twitter, and Brigham Snow wants to know, what was a movie, a TV show, a performance that you saw early in your life that resonated with you, that opened your eyes, that inspired you, and made you the actor you are today?
The Professional. Leon, The Professional. And and I was really blown away. It also really connected to the character in a way that I played in the first project that I did. And I was so moved by the acting and the whole movie. And it's a movie that I can see multiple times, and it has a lot of impact on me.
We are coming to you poolside from the Beverly Hilton, counting down as we approach the 78th Golden Globes.
We have been covering all the nomination bases with our Globe correspondents as they interviewed some of the biggest stars. So why stop now? I think we should just keep the party going. Scott Mann sat down with Normal People star and nominee Daisy Edgar Jones. Let's watch.
So excited to be joined now by Golden Globe nominee Daisy Edgar Jones for Normal People. Daisy, congratulations. Here's my question for you, Daisy. Why do you think that Normal People resonated so strongly? What made it so special that people are connecting with it?
I mean, I think for me, it's really something that I felt when I read the book is that, the story is an incredibly simple one. It's just about relationships and what it is to be a human being and what it is to grow up and sort of fall in and out of love with somebody and in and out of love with yourself and your sense of self as you age. So I think that is really why it is resonant for people, because they can see parts of themselves in both of those characters and those experiences that they're living through, because they are just very simple ones that we all go through,
Well, the other thing you had is your co-star, Paul Connell. You have amazing chemistry with Paul. How did you bond? How did you really capture that love, that chemistry?
I think it was sort of immediate from our audition that we both had a very similar instinct of the character dynamic between the two and the way they kind of flow through conversation. And Sally talks about in the novel of the way that those two characters speak as kind of being like figure skaters who glide and they kind of catch each other and pull each other on these intellectual kind of tangents, but they'll always kind of glide and sync. And so really from the first time we read those lines together, we sort of had that instinct of when to leave a beat and when to sort of leave a pause for the other character and what bits that we find funny together. We just had we were very lucky that we had that quite immediately.
Well, Daisy, congratulations on your nomination and congratulations on an absolutely phenomenal year. Best of luck to you. And now we're going to go back to the Hilton.
I am joined now by the president of the HFPA, Mr. Ali Sar, who's here to tell us about the HFPA's work with the Motion Picture Television Fund. Welcome, Mr. Sar.
Thank you. Like everyone, the entertainment industry has been hit hard. The pandemic has affected production, cost many people work. The Motion Picture and Television Fund offers needed relief to affected workers and their families in our entertainment community. So the HFPA is proud to support their COVID relief fund with a grant of $75,000. Together, we will get this through.
We absolutely will. Thank you so much, Mr. Sar. And now let's hear it from Mr. Bob Beecher, the president and CEO of the MPTF.
I'm Bob Beecher, CEO of MPTF, the Motion Picture and Television Fund. And I want to thank HFPA on behalf of our amazing workforce for your generous gift to our COVID-19 Relief Fund. As we celebrate our 100th anniversary, there is still much need in our entertainment community and on our campus for funding related to the pandemic. We will be using your gift to continue the virus testing program for our residents and staff, for PPE to protect our frontline workers, and for financial assistance to support our community members who have not made it back to work. Taking care of our own has been MPTF's mantra for 100 years now, and it's only been possible because of the generosity of individuals and organizations like yours. Much gratitude from all of us at MPTF to you.
The Twitter talk of 2020 was definitely the HBO television thriller, The Undoing. Every week, fans took to Twitter giving their best guesses on who they thought the killer was, reactions to the finale, and of course, creating hilarious GIFs about Nicole Kidman's very fabulous hair.
Making it a holiday affair, Issa Rae tweeted, "The Undoing is the perfect Thanksgiving binge. I love white mess." Lonnie, comments?
I agree with her. Everybody was wrong about this.
Everybody.
I'm so happy that it was over because everybody was guessing the wrong. It was the milkman. It was the lawyer.
The son,
like,
the first.
Yeah, it was a mess. But yes, it was a great mess. And of course, Nicole's hair was also a mess. It's like, girl, get a weave, do something.
Y'all better leave Kidman alone. Leave Kidman alone. The views Anna Navarro's tweet actually resonated with me. She said, #The Undoing just undid me. Good night, y'all. I gotta go throw away anything in my house that looks like a hammer. AJ, did this make you fear the hammers, Emil?
Listen, here's what we loved about The Undoing. The most obvious choice, it seemed like we knew where it was going, right? Mm-hmm. And then it went like right, then it went left, then it went right, and then it came back to sort of the most obvious choice. But the way they told the story, we never had a clue what we were watching. We didn't know what was going on.
We were late to the party because while everybody was tweeting, we waited until a couple of weeks after the show ended and just binged it. So I feel like we missed out on this whole Twitter party.
Experience. This collective experience. Yeah.
I thought The Undoing was referring to Hugh Grant's American accent.
Oh my gosh.
By the third
honestly
episode, he's like, forget it. I'm just going British.
I'm done. Nick, what'd you think?
I agree with AJ. I mean, I think most of the episodes, I was like, the only person I know who didn't do it is Hugh Grant. Like, anyone else is on the table.
It's true.
Then,
it's so true. And then it was him the whole entire time.
Spoiler alert, everybody.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Yeah, well, it's on you if you haven't seen it.
I also think that Kerry Washington, who we adore, spoke for everyone when she tweeted after the finale, #The Undoing, I am undone. I feel like that just says it all.
Sums it up.
I feel like that's exactly what I felt.
A lip quiver, her Kerry lip quiver.
Oh, yeah.
Do it.
Give us the quiver. Give us the quiver.
I am undone.
Oh my gosh, you're so right.
I love her lip
That's
quiver.
amazing. I mean, like most people, I was also completely obsessed with The Undoing. But I feel like in the last two shows Nicole Kidman has been in, her husband's characters have just been cruel, awful people, and she deserves more.
Not nice guys.
No.
I agree 100%. Nicole Kidman, though, she's an icon, and her character deserved better, okay? So in the name of supporting a good woman while she is down, we want to play some fantasy casting and get her a love interest for The Undoing Season 2, which for right now is actually not a thing. Facts. Who needs them? And cast a new leading love worthy of hair extraordinaire, Grace Fraser.
Panel, we want to hear who you guys think would be Nicole Kidman's next fictional love interest. It could be anyone.
Lonnie, who would you cast and why?
Rudy Giuliani.
Oh my Lonnie! What, do I even want to know why? Dare I ask why? I think we don't.
No.
That's it.
Emil, AJ, what are you guys whispering?
Oh, no, we're...
Yeah, you two love birds over.
Tell us. Tell us your ideas.
No, so I think Eugene Levy, but as his character, Johnny Rose from Schitt's Creek, hear me out. Because what they did with the Rosebud Motel was inspiring. They really sort of turned that thing around. But Nicole's fashion and her interior design acumen in The Undoing is like second to none. So if she and Johnny Rose could pair up, and he would treat her like gold, Loki, they could really do something with Rosebud Motel.
Okay, well I'm gonna raise you with that because let's go to Grace Adler, who also did some interior design, and she had a gay best friend, Will. So how about we do David Rose from Schitt's Creek?
Yes.
She should have a gay best friend, and she should focus on herself instead of trying to find love.
Amen.
Here for all of it.
Ooh. Oh, Nick, do you have any perhaps Bachelor alumni that we can throw into the mix?
Bachelor alumni. If we're trying to protect Nicole, I don't know if I, in good faith, can recommend a Bachelor's person, and it's not because of their lack of desire to act.
Okay.
Right? But let's be honest. If you're on The Bachelor, you might be a little crazy. So
shady.
So I'm gonna have to pivot,
shady.
and if we're trying to protect Nicole, I'm gonna go with Leslie Jordan because the only thing they're gonna fight about is like who gets to wear the coats, right? Like that's the only drama we're gonna get, and I think that's what we need for Nicole in 2021.
Okay, Shady Pants. I like that.
I love that, and I also kind of love. You guys know This Is Us. Jack from This Is Us, Milo Ventimiglia's character.
Yes.
He's just like a good man. A good, rounded man and father.
He's a good man.
And he's also very handsome, which helps.
Mhm, that does help.
I say
Fortune.
go with their real life husband, Keith Urban.
Yes.
Come on now.
Ooh.
Those feathered bangs, those tight jeans, and they just be like, I can't help but talk in an Australian accent.
Yeah.
When they're around
I'm
each
not
other.
opposed to that, actually.
She's
that might be the
fine.
pair.
She's good at home.
Right.
Yeah,
You guys are
got it
amazing.
all.
Amazing. Earlier we asked
Hey, if you guys are watching us on Twitter, could y'all just give us a shout out? I know y'all on Twitter. Give us a shout out. Say the panel is doing good.
And
The panel
speaking
is
of
doing
Twitter,
good.
earlier we asked
how
if you could
beautiful we
pick
are.
any Golden Globe Twitter account, a nominee to take over the Golden Globe Twitter account, who would it be? Sacha Baron Cohen, Don Cheadle, Sarah Paulson, or Dan Levy?
And the top answer was, drum roll please, brrr, bum, 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 Sarah Paulson.
Wow, I love that.
I didn't see that
Wasn't
coming.
seeing that either.
I'll be honest. Okay, Fortune, what would that first tweet be from Sarah Paulson, do you think?
Oh, I want a love tweet. I want a love tweet to Holland Taylor. I want to see them together eating a cupcake. Something romantic like that, you know? I want that.
That's what the world needs.
All right, I love it. And everyone needs a cupcake. I could use a cupcake right now, honestly.
Hey, that's my love language.
Listen, same girl, same.
Yeah.
We speak the same language. Nicole Kidman isn't the only actress playing a character who deserves better. Carey Mulligan plays a woman who takes back her power in Promising Young Woman. Let's watch.
I am here with Carey Mulligan, who has been nominated for Best Actress for Promising Young Woman. What a year it's been. Congratulations, Carey.
Thank you so much.
You know, I understand you're selective about the films you do. So how did this particular film fit into your body of work?
Well, I think this film, there was just every element of this film was so surprising. I think it's, often you get asked what your dream job is and what your dream role is. And I always really struggle to answer it because it's not a classical role. It's not sort of, I want to play a certain kind of famous part. It's always something that's sort of, I don't know, not been written yet. And I think this film, just this character, this story just felt like it only could have come from Emerald Fennell's brain and just felt so new. I was just sort of blown away by it.
And Carey, music was a huge part of this film. I understand Emerald actually had sent out a playlist along with the script. So how did that help you play this role and really inform you on who this character is?
Well, yeah, I mean, the playlist I got alongside the script pretty much. She sent it to me the same day. And it immediately gave me a sort of real sense of what her humor was because, she does use music so playfully in the film. Not just that it's sort of fun music that I love. I love Britney Spears and I love Paris Hilton. But also there was, something wonderful thrown in there. And, all the songs that sort of, It's Raining Men, it really gave me a sense of her humor. But I think there was sort of a freedom to the music, which I think is kind of what the film has. It's like, it doesn't matter what people think of this. We so often in our culture kind of denigrate and sort of belittle things that women love, like pop music and, beautiful things and manicures. And actually, I think we should celebrate them and they're great and they're fun. And I think part of it was that. It was kind of, there was like a freedom to it that this could be something that parts of this film are really enjoyable.
Well, Carey, it has been such a pleasure speaking with you. Back to you guys at the Hilton Hotel.
We're getting closer to the 78th Golden Globes.
And we'll be joined by nominees from 11 different countries around the world. Now, Amy and Tina are doing their final comedic stretches, getting ready to start the show. We need to loosen the limbs a little bit.
Exactly, so stay right there because there's still more HFPA Presents Globes Countdown Live right after this teeny tiny break. See you soon.
One movie that really stood out to me during this whole pandemic is the Pixar movie Soul. As always, Pixar really hit it out of the park. It just made me realize that the meaning to life is just finding your one true purpose, and it made me stay strong and realize that being a nurse is my passion.
So one of the shows that I really, really like and has been keeping me going through this pandemic is definitely Schitt's Creek. It's been giving me laughs and it's been giving me energy, and it's something I really, really look forward to once I get off my shift.
It was difficult trying to find downtime to watch TV shows and movies this past year because of the COVID crisis, but I would say two of my favorite acting performances were Bob Odenkirk in Better Call Saul and Bryan Cranston in Your Honor. And I'm also a big Breaking Bad fan.
The Mandalorian is the show that really got me through the pandemic. After a really stressful, busy shift on the unit, coming home and just watching like cute little baby Yoda and that classic Star Wars feel-good epic tale just really took me to a different place and helped me to kind of just get away from everything.
Schitt's Creek. What I love about the show is that it's cleverly funny. The characters alone, for example, Moira Rose, she's out of this world. Her use of archaic words and phrases and her untraceable accent made the show a feel-good one, easy to watch and relatable.
The TV series that got me through the pandemic is The Mandalorian. It has the classic Star Wars special effects, space battles, and unique characters, like the mysterious bounty hunter Mando and the cute and powerful Baby Yoda. What kept me hooked in the series is the special effects, fight scenes, and the great storyline that kept me wanting for more.
I've always wanted to watch Hamilton, and I was so excited to find it on Disney+. I love the music, I love the diversity, the acting is impeccable, and I still to this day pull out that soundtrack when I need a little pick-me-up.
All right, I hope you're all excited watching around the world because we're so close, okay? Just 9 minutes and 55 seconds away from the 78th Golden Globes Awards right here poolside in the heart of Beverly Hills.
So let's check in on Scott Mans and see how it went when he sat down with Judas and the Black Messiah nominee, the extraordinarily talented Daniel Kaluuya. Check it out.
I'm here right now with Best Supporting Actor nominee Daniel Kaluuya. For Judas and the Black Messiah, Daniel, congratulations. My first question for you is, how did you prepare to play Fred Hampton? What was the biggest challenge there?
Biggest challenge was the voice for me in order to play Chairman Fred. It was the voice and getting the cadence right, and also just understanding the mindset and the perspective of what those what the Black Panther Party was doing at that time and what they were talking about. So I read the Black Panther reading list, where in order to be a fully fledged Panther, you need to go on 6 weeks of political education. So I read that list and I did a lot of voice work, and I went to sit down to an opera singing coach to work on my voice.
Well, I understand that you also met Fred Hampton's family. How did that help you find the character? What did you discover?
I think for me, it was on a principle of like making this film. I discovered that the truth and unity. You know, I feel like we wouldn't be at peace if the family hadn't blessed the film. And then when they blessed it, they contributed so much more in terms of like making sure that it's the best version of itself. So for that reason, it was a great discovery to have them on board and to partner up with them.
Well, we have a question from a Twitter follower named Coriander Shea who would like to know, what is your favorite memory from being on set?
During all the speeches, whenever I had an audience, the way that the background artists would lift me up, was something that I would never forget. And the way that my cast members would lift me up as well and say, yo, keep going, keep going. Just little whispering little things. They were like, the unity on set was my favorite thing.
Question I want to know is, because you're doing all these speeches, how do you remember your lines?
Oh, well, I kind of had the lines, I subconsciously remembered them before the shoot started. So I kind of, but then it's just like, when I started seeing it as a song, as opposed to a piece of dialogue, and then understanding the grooves, because that's how it felt to me watching Chairman Fred's speeches. You can really feel the tune of it and the melody of it. So when I started engaging with it like that and started inhabiting the energy of it, that's when it made it so much easier to remember.
Well, congratulations again, Daniel. Let's head back to the Hilton.
Daniel's performance, hands down, one of my favorite of this award season in Judas and the Black Messiah. One thing that remains true is that words can cut you down, lift you up, and how you choose them matters. Here's HFPA member Luca Chilada, who's here to introduce a community that puts power behind their words. This is Get Lit.
You know, through our philanthropy programs, the Hollywood Foreign Press Association is privileged to support dozens of schools for the arts, especially in underprivileged communities. Here at Get Lit, young creators express their art, their aspirations and dreams through poetry. They do amazing work. Here's their take on a more hopeful and inclusive future. Check it out.
If a tree falls in a forest, but there's no one around to hear it, does it make a sound?
If your team wins the championship and no one's there to see, does it really make a difference?
If a teen writes a poem, but no one's there to read, can it make history?
We are done playing the roles we were given. Now we're writing our own roles into existence.
Out of necessity, we bloom as we must, wild until we are free.
Everyone has at least one great poem within them. A great story, a moment, instant classic, waiting to become scene one, act wondrous.
A mind craft into a voice, craft into a verse is the first brick in my freedom. So, we've become the voice of reason. All the reasons to hope gather in our chosen name.
In a world that seems built on bending the truth through these screens, through these avatars, we tell our stories, learn to see the forest for ourselves, turn air, water, light into this life, same as you.
So the question is, when this tree breaks roots and grows limb by limb
to the mic,
to the platform, from this room
to a boardroom and a more perfect union, when you are sitting right there.
Will you listen?
Wow, that was just so powerful.
Absolutely
and if they are the future, then sign me up. Lonnie, what did you think?
I thought it was awesome. I just, you know, it's definitely what we watch films and movies for, is also to convey messages. And that is what they did, and they did it beautifully. And I'm just so inspired. I'm so happy to be on this panel tonight. Mm-hmm. Thank you to the Hollywood Foreign Press. It's just a great evening.
Yeah, absolutely. Emil, what did you think about it?
I think it's just beautiful. I love when young people use their voices, and I love that they're giving back and showing people that it doesn't matter where you come from, what your background is. If you have a dream, you can make that happen. I just love it.
I think it's so cool that so many Americans were so shocked by Amanda Gorman speaking at the inauguration. And Amanda will say this, for every Amanda Gorman out there are loads and loads of young, talented people who are passionate and have a voice. And I think it's so fantastic that the HFPA is giving a voice to that generation.
You took the words right out of my mouth. These stories are so worth telling. Nick, what did you think?
Yeah, echo what AJ said. I mean, so much of what we got to watch and enjoy this year taught us a lot about our history, and some of it is not so easy to watch. But I think it's important to learn, and it's teachable. So it's and also entertaining.
Yep, you're so right, Nick. We are so close to showtime, and I know the world is getting ready to tune in and celebrate some of the best in TV and film tonight, especially since the announcement that this year's hosts of the Golden Globes would be Amy Poehler and Tina Fey.
Yes. How did you guys feel when they announced that Amy and Tina were set to host? I was so happy.
Mm-hmm.
Just pure joy.
Pure joy.
We've been waiting.
Yeah. Great hands.
Yeah, and you know, whenever they say females in comedy, we know that they're going to deliver it. And they're going to be smart, they're going to be funny, and it's bi-coastal, so it's historic. It's going to be a historic night with them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're such a dynamic duo, so I'm excited to see them. Obviously, we've seen them take this stage before, but to see how they pull this off bi-coastally, that's going to be the most exciting part.
And I feel like now more than ever, considering what we're all going through, we need to see Tina and Amy on the Golden Globe stage to entertain us and make us laugh.
Yeah, yep.
Because also a lot of people
more than ever.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't tune into these award shows sometimes for fear of them getting too political. But
Sure.
Amy and Tina are able to get a little bit political
Just
in ways
enough,
that
yeah.
make you laugh and think without like being too much. And I can't wait.
That's
Well
so true.
said.
Fortune, what were you about to say down there?
I was just saying we need comedy more than ever, and they are two of the best. And when I saw that they were doing this, not only have they done it before, so you know you're in good hands. I just can't wait to see what they come up with because they're so clever.
Yeah, well, just a few minutes, and then we get to finally find out. Every year, 2 accomplished talents get awarded the Cecil B. DeMille Award and the Carol Burnett Award, and this year will be no different.
Receiving the Cecil B. DeMille Award is Jane Fonda, who no doubt has an impeccable body of work. What do you all have to say about Miss Jane Fonda? I mean, just
an absolute legend, an icon.
Exactly,
Oh,
AJ, I'm
gosh.
with you. This is all that
I was
needs
doing
to be
aerobics
said.
earlier.
Well deserved.
You were doing aerobics, AJ.
I want her fitness routine.
Well deserved. Her and Norman Lear both are well deserved. They've been great as entertainers. So it's just going to be a great night to see them. Get
Absolutely. I can't wait to celebrate them tonight.
Here.
Thank you guys so much for joining us and helping us count down the 78th Golden Globes. Thank you to Scott Mance, Rasha Goel, and our amazing commentators. And of course, Zuri Hall for being my amazing co-host throughout the night.
I cannot think of a better co-host and a group of people to do this with, Sophia. The 78th Annual Golden Globes with Amy and Tina start right now on NBC.
See you soon.
Have a good night, guys.